Good, it's all good, it's great! Dudes and dudettes. So as you can tell, at least one of my teams, or maybe not both, lost this weekend, but luckily it was only one. So USC loses 37-14 to Texas, which kind of sucks. I was hoping they'd get back on track after losing to Stanford last weekend, but looks like there's a lot of stuff to figure out, especially on the offensive side. I don't think it's their youth, it's definitely the play calling, because in the beginning of the game seems to work out. They score points, or they're at least in scoring position, but last week it didn't do anything. Yesterday they just sputtered, and a lot of momentum plays went towards Texas, especially what should have been a safety. Obviously that guy, the quarterback, is in the end zone as he's getting tackled, but I don't know what those refs saw to say that he was at the 1 yard line. And then the very next punt, then USC gets a penalty, and then it's an automatic first down for Texas. It's just all the momentum plays went towards Texas way, which sucked, but that's what you gotta deal with, and hopefully you can move on from there. And definitely looking to fix the problems. I don't think it's Coach Helton as much as it is T. Martin, the offensive coordinator. It's just hard to fire a guy right here right now, because then you can't really replace him with anybody good other than anybody that's on your staff already. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully they don't can Coach Helton. He's a pretty good guy, especially when it comes to recruiting. And then also we had news that the kicker got injured as well for USC. Chase McGrath, did really well for us last year. Finally earned a scholarship, even though he was a freshman walk-on last year. And I believe he tore his ACL in the game yesterday. Sucks a lot. I know USC has two punters on the team. I don't know why. And then I don't know why they didn't have an extra backup kicker for them as a walk-on as well. So we'll see if one of those punters is going to take up the responsibilities for the kicking game, or if they're just going to end up going for two instead of trying to get those extra point field goals. But definitely a lot of news brewing out of LA for USC, and we'll see how this goes. Chargers, even though it's week 2, get their win against Buffalo. They had their way with the rookie quarterback Josh Allen for Buffalo, and then they did end up scoring a little bit later, but the Chargers had the game in hand after the first half, before halftime, so that was good to see. A lot of the rookies did really well, especially on defense. Kaiser White, the linebacker, Uchenna Nwosu out of USC, the linebacker. Derwin James had another sack again, even though he's a free safety. You know, a lot of these guys stepped up. It's pretty awesome to see. And then there was some news even before the game that Joey Bosa might miss a few weeks, maybe 2 to 3 more, and now it's definitely for sure that he's not even going to come back till sometime in October, which sucks because it's a lot more serious than it is. I just hope that when it comes down to contract talks, whether it's another year or two, whenever his rookie deal's up, that he actually reports and maybe gives us a hometown discount instead of trying to hold out and not show up, and like how Le'Veon Bell is doing for the Steelers right now. I mean, it's obvious that we're still paying him and keeping him on our roster while he's injured at the moment, just because we know how good of a player he is, but I think he should be more lenient when it comes down to that. And then other injury news, Hunter Henry, it's actually good injury news. He's wearing a knee brace and running sprints right now, even though he had his surgery about 5 months ago on his ACL. It's pretty crazy. He's already doing that. It's definitely now more of a possibility that he can join the team late in the season or even during the playoffs, which could be more dynamic for them and a secret key weapon that they can have. And hopefully that's good positive news for them, and hopefully there won't be any more injury news for the Chargers at the moment. James. He's one of these top shooting guards, high school prospects coming out. I don't know if he's top 10 or top 20, but he's looking like a pretty good, solid player, both on offense and defense. And just most recently had his visits to Clemson and Tennessee, and he had an unofficial before those in August to Duke. Those are his only 3 teams right now he's going to choose from. And he was supposed to have one this weekend, an official visit to Duke, but he decided to cancel it, and he's going to make his decision this Wednesday coming up in the morning. So hopefully that's positive news, and we'll be getting another top prospect to come to Duke. Once again, not how we have the past 4 or 5 years. Be pretty cool. Hopefully that'll be good news. And then USC, the women's volleyball team, they beat up on the Raging Cajun, and they also beat up on San Diego. So we were 2-0 this week, as of what I know. And then the women's soccer team, they won again against Long Beach, so I'm pretty sure they're still undefeated, which is pretty cool. And then the men's water polo team went 4-0 once again this last weekend, and just cleaning up office, especially out here in Southern California, beating up on these teams. It looks like they're gonna get another championship, so that's always cool to see, like I always say. But thanks for watching, people. Like and subscribe, comment down below, let me know what y'all think. Hopefully this weekend will be a lot better. I know the USC Trojans are playing on a short week, as they say, because they play Friday and not the normal Saturday like college game is. And it's against Washington State, who upset them last year in Washington State, but luckily it's at home, and USC's kind of off and on these Friday night games. Sometimes it's okay, sometimes it's bad, especially when they play at home. I'm just hoping that it's not bad, because they opened as the favorite, and they should be able to beat this team handily, but you just never know with this USC team nowadays. And Chargers, I'm not 100% sure. I believe they play the Rams this weekend coming up, so need to fight for LA. We'll see who's the more dominant team. Obviously, the Rams, I believe, are undefeated, so they are right now. But it'll be cool to see what they can do. And luckily, it's a road game, but luckily it's in the same place, LA, that the Chargers play as well. So it's not, you don't have to really travel that far. But like I said, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Comment down below. Let me know what y'all think, and have a great rest of your day. Wowzers, okay, so welcome dudes and dudettes. As you can tell by that opening statement I had, that yes, it was a half and half weekend this week. Yes, USC did lose to Texas in their famous 3rd game rematch of the final. Luckily it was only one, so we'll start with that. USC loses 37-14 to Texas. They got us back for us beating them last year, and of course they, hold on.